I decided to play this old game after a suggestion from a friend. It's your typical dungeon crawler with a bit of a twist. You play as a shopkeeper who is moonlighting as an adventurer as they try to uncover the secrets of these dungeons outside of town. They start you off pretty simple to show you how the game works. You kill enemies and you pick up their loot. Maybe you loot a treasure chest or two along the way for more things to sell in your shop. It's a lucrative business scheme, really. Just don't sleep and you can cut out the adventuring middleman in your shopkeeping business. It's pure profit, really. Well, at least that's how it starts out. Until they drop you into this room with 3 spawners and only a broom to defend yourself. Then you realize that this is the end of the first run, and the tutorial is definitely over. Thankfully, some old man scoops up your nearly lifeless body and brings you back to town, and you learn the basics of the dungeons and then shopkeeping. Adventurers come in and buy what you were able to bring back the night before, and then you can turn that tidy sum of money into something like a new sword. The caveat of it all is that you don't get to know when you sell something at the right price. Gold coin eyes means you've probably gotten ripped off. When they get angry, it means you have prices too high. You can definitely look up these prices online, but what's the point of half the game then? Your logbook will keep track of what the best price is for every item that you sell in your shop, so you don't have to remember it all. At the end of the day, you get a total of how much money you made. This day I made about 6,000 gold, which sounds like a lot, but I can barely get this guy to set up a shop for that price, and I definitely can't buy the banker for that price. Turns out this guy just sells you back the stuff that you dropped when you die in the dungeon, but at insane markups. Well, guess that was a waste of 5,000 gold. And now I'm poor again, so back to the dungeon I go. Looks like this adventurer didn't get too far. Guess he won't be needing his loot anymore though. Here's the first mini-boss of the dungeons, but he only has 2 attacks, so he's pretty easy. He's got this shockwave attack and a slashing attack. Once you learn the patterns, he's pretty easy, but every hit takes off a quarter of your health, so you definitely can get punished pretty quick for not reading his moves. The good news is that he drops a whole lot of good stuff if you can kill him, all of which can be sold at your shop the next day. There's also these big pools of healing water. Not really sure what about it makes you heal, but I'll take it. Each floor of the dungeon has these tiny little abandoned camps that have lore journals that you can look into. They're pretty cool the first time, but they get pretty boring quickly because the lore doesn't change per floor. Apparently some of the items that you bring back are picky about where they sit in your sack, and need to be along the bottom or the top, the left or the right. Some items are just unknown until you get out of the dungeon, and some literally destroy items close to them. Here's the second boss of the game. He looks pretty simple, but then he straight up nopes out of existence and tries to stab you in the back for, yes, 45 damage. 3 hits and you're dead. His shockwave also does 45 points of damage, so literally nowhere is safe against this guy. Needless to say, I died pretty quick against him. This also means that all the stuff in my backpack, yeah, that's all gone. I only bring back the stuff on my person. Only one thing to do. Go back in and get more loot. Turns out if you see these shiny things in the pit, that's secrets. So, after clearing the room and totally missing out on some of the loot, there's only one thing left to do. Yeet yourself in the hole. Looks like some new loot in a cool secret area. I bet this stuff is worth quite a bit in the shop. My backpack's full now, so I think it's time to leave with my life and more importantly, my loot. Time to activate this weird globby teleport pendant that just so happens to teleport me within 10 meters of my shop. Definitely not going to question how this pendant works or how it knows where I live. I'm still way too poor to buy anything, so I guess it's time to sell what I found. Still not really sure on the price for these things, but as long as I'm making money, I don't really care. Time to open up the shop again. Let's see how much money our first adventure to floor 2 gets us. Oh boy, looks like I got ripped off on these hardened steel bars. I still made $12.50 on them though, so it's not a big deal. We'll just raise the price on the next stack of those that we sell and we can make more money. We'll set one stack to 300 per bar and the other to 350 per bar, so then we can see which is closer to the right amount. Oh boy, looks like the 350 per bar was too much. Let's lower that price down to 300. Looks like 300 is the right price, so we'll keep it there for now. In total, we'll make over 2,500 from those bars, I bet. End of the day, looks like we made 3,000 gold off those steel bars and almost 6,500 gold overall. Makes me wonder how quickly we can break that 10,000 gold threshold. Now we can buy that upgraded armor. Time to go moonlighting again. And after a pretty intense set of rooms, I come out of there with 50 dead enemies and another inventory of stuff to sell. We're selling this book for $1,000, and this guy has the audacity to sell it for almost 10 times that price. What a ripoff. Wow, that's expensive. Good to know. Jelly is important. If we're gonna try and make $10,000 in a single day, we should try and get a second inventory of stuff before we start selling. Anyway, let's go check this portal thing. Bet it's here to give you a taste of the next dungeon, and maybe grab some loot along the way. Oh, it just links to the rest of the dungeon. Wait, why are they following me? No, 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 no. I honestly don't know how to deal with these things. I've literally lost half my health bar to these things already. How do you get it off you? That was weird. Don't like those things. It's that eye. Am I taking too long? Let's just leave. Oh, good thing we're leaving. I don't know what that was, and I don't really want to know. That's a future problem for me. New sword? Yeah. Next up, we need random things we don't have, but we're out of money, so we'll have to wait till tomorrow to buy it. Once we have it, we can upgrade it immediately. We have the chisels though, so we could make it into the drill spear. All I know is that tomorrow will be a lot. And already this old lady found something that was underpriced. Hopefully I can still make it to $10,000 today. After a long day of shopkeeping, we've made a little over $4,000, which means we can now buy the training spear and stop using this broom. But we need a little bit more money for the upgraded spear. And with more potions and armor, I think we can finally challenge that second mini-boss. He'll still do a lot of damage if he hits me, but I think we can handle it. 38, okay, that's less than last time, but still painful. We're doing way more damage to him this time, though. That eye is showing up. I think I have to get out of this place right now. And now it looks like we have access to a much more powerful portal that stays open after we use it. So we don't have to fight our way through the upper levels every time. After a little bit of dungeoning, I think we have enough stuff to warrant the 2,000 gold cost, too. So let's head back to town and restock. The best part about this is that we can leave everything we've found already in the chests and go straight back into the dungeon for more loot. I think with this strategy, we'll definitely be able to break our 10,000 gold in one day goal. Ooh, this door looks way nicer than the rest. I wonder what's behind it. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. Laser beam. Sweeping laser beam. Okay, that's all my health. Where's it going? Whoa! Okay, shadows. How many times does this drop? Ready, 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 ready. Woo! The backswing on that. Do I have any more potions, or am I just gonna die here? I think I'm porting out of here. Get me out. Get me out! Alright, we are not ready for him. I understand that now. Well, the good news is now we have lots of really expensive things to sell, which means we might even reach our 10,000 gold goal in a single day this time. Looks like we're finally starting to get the pricing right on some of this stuff, which is good because that means we're going to make a lot more money than before. And after all of that, it looks like we made, wow, $18,000. Definitely blew my goal out of the water. I can't wait to trade this money in so I can get better gear and then finally beat that big golem monster.